this story, though? The image he got. An innocent person walked toward prison. I like you to think like that, Quintus. But I didn't say that. Let's analyze the story. How does the story make you feel? Because I never said, look, I don't want you to walk toward prison. He was innocent. I said that it wouldn't work. But what did I say that made you change? Yes, ma'am.
Mistakes happen, and mistakes where innocent people can be charged with something wrong.
Yeah, but y'all being two lawyers. Y'all thinking lawyers.
I thought we were thinking like
I know, y'all thinking lawyers. I know they've been trained out. What's the second year, third year? Y'all already ruined because they messed you up by the second year. Okay. What do you do? Because you're not thinking like the average person, well, this is what you did, and that's why. If you went to law school, you'd pick it up like that. Yes, sir.
You made me feel better about my initial reaction by saying it's natural.
Good.
Conditioned to.
That's part of it. I went along with you. I felt the same way you did. I joined you. You with me, Rodney? I wasn't against you. I joined you. That we are supposed to feel that way. You with me? I joined you, but it was, y'all missing the most. Yes, ma'am. No shame?
Beth.
Beth?
You also gave a situation that or a lot of us could relate to, where like you were wrongly accused, kind of like a very innocent situation where they were wrong about you, and so why couldn't someone be wrong about him?
Good. That's a good point. Y'all missing the most obvious one. Yes, sir.
Probably, but you also made us fear to be worse than him, because you said it's more worse to convict the innocent.
Right.
And we would be the people who would do such a thing.
If he was guilty, he wouldn't be there with him. And all I did was, walk by and touch him a little bit. I didn't say anything about him. But subconsciously, you're saying to yourselves, he has a daughter. He wants her protected. He wouldn't represent someone who was trying to hurt someone not protected. See? But you guys are too smart to see that. Lawyers don't see that. It's real simple. Okay, y'all give him a hand for helping me out, folks. And give me your insight too. What did you pick up? Because you were sitting there just kind of going through it. What did you pick?
One of the things that I noticed was that you interrupt, as soon as anybody takes that stand and the judge reads off an indictment, that becomes their story.
Right.
And you interrupted that story, replaced it with your own.
There you go. Exactly.
Focus off of that story and brought it into.
That became the story. The story is not the indictment anymore. The story is Tyrone taking his kid to school. Look, let me tell you something I've learned. People will forget the words, but they will never forget the images that you created. Stories allow me to create images. And you'll remember those images forever. I've been doing this for how many years now? Almost 10 years, I know, Sharon. Do you know, lawyers still come up to me. And you guys, when you become lawyers, one day you're going to see me and say, Mike, I still remember that London story. 6, 7 years ago, I still do it. I didn't remember anything else, but they remember that story. Okay? All right. How do we use it in opening statements? Okay, that's jury selection right there, right? How can I use a story in opening statement? Well, I can use the same technique that storytellers use. How many of you have ever heard lawyers do opening statements like this? And the evidence will show, let me hear that. That's kind of like you expect lawyers to, the evidence will show. But I said this. What if I use John Steinbeck, Truman Capote, James Baldwin? I'm going to start telling stories and open the statement like they tell stories. So why not? The law said I could do it. Nobody said I couldn't do it, so why not do it? So I'll give you an opening statement as though I am a prosecutor. And this is my story. Judge and counsel, you may proceed. Ladies and gentlemen, if you had been on Travis Street, Travis in Maine, August the 5th, 2008, Saturday night, about 7:30, you would see Clara walking toward the front door of room 116. Door is slightly open. She's kind of anxious. She was supposed to meet a sister 2 hours ago. A sister is never late. Never late. She goes up to the door, and if you open the door with her, you see the door open. Inside of the room, it is immaculately clean, as usual. She walks down the hallway. And she walks into the kitchen. And on the kitchen wall, as soon as she walked in, she saw a red arc of blood. And on the floor was her sister. And her head was sliced open like a watermelon. And she screamed. And she screamed. And she screamed. And she didn't stop screaming until she heard noise in the hallway. She remembered her niece and nephew. And she ran down the hallway, quickly pulled open the closet door, and her niece was bending like this with her hand over her brother's mouth. And she said, "That man is going to get us. That man is going to get us." 2 weeks later, they took that little girl to Atlanta, a police station, and had 5 men standing next to each other, and they would walk to the center, each one, say a few words, and they'd walk back. Walk to the center of the room and walk back. Walk to the center of the room, walk back. And she didn't notice, identify anybody, but the man in the third spot walked to the center of the room and walked back. The little girl said, "That man is going to get us. That man is going to get us." And the man, the little girl said, is going to get us. He's in this room. And he's sitting right over here. And I sit down. Now, see the room shift? Quincy, see the atmosphere shift? Tell me give me without saying what you're thinking, what's coming out of your gut. Anybody? Just what's in your gut? Yes, sir, Roger?
Protecting the girl.
Protecting the girl. What else? What's inside of your gut? Anybody? Y'all thinking too hard. What's inside of your gut?
Nobody's gonna hurt that little girl.
Nobody's gonna hurt that little girl. Anybody else? What's in your gut? Thank you, Joy. Yes, sir.
I've already heard all I need to know.
That's it. We need to stop the case right now, right? What's inside of your gut? Okay, anybody else? And remember, don't think about it. Just what's coming out. Anybody? Yes, sir.
We're gonna get him.
All right. What about fear? Tell me, you felt fear?
Absolutely.
Tell me about it. Describe it for me now. We can think about it, but what's the fear?
I was worried that he's going to get me too.
Yeah, right. Okay, now let me tell you something. But why? We're going to talk about why for in a minute. But do you know that if we stop this trial right now, it's over with. You know, forget about that innocent until proven guilty. Okay? Do you know? Why is it? This is a tough role for the defense lawyer coming out, isn't it? Why? Anybody tell me why? Why? What's so difficult about it? What made it difficult? Anybody?
Because fear is overriding.
Fear is overriding what? Your senses, your intellectual part of it, right? Most jurors are not thinking like this group, trained to analyze. The emotions are taking over, right? No matter what she says, emotions are stronger than logic. If you don't think that, have a young teenage daughter who's going out with some bum, you know it's not good for her, but her love for him, she don't care what he is. You want her to be with a doctor, engineer, lawyer? No, she wants a guy who didn't graduate from high school, right? Love, emotion.